From Hollywood heartthrobs to unrecognizable faces, these shocking celebrity transformations reveal the dark side of chasing eternal youth. You've seen their fame, but wait until you see what the surgeon's knife left behind. Stay tuned. You'll never see these celebrities the same way again. Mickey Rourke. Mickey Rourke, once a captivating symbol of masculine beauty in Hollywood, embarked on a brutal transformation. It impacted not just his career, but his very appearance. From the heights of stardom, he abruptly shifted to professional boxing. This choice left indelible scars. He suffered repeated severe injuries, a broken nose twice, a fractured cheekbone. These forced Rourke to seek reconstructive surgery. He hoped to preserve his big-screen image, but his quest for beauty became a tragedy. In 2009, Rourke painfully confessed his facelift was botched beyond belief. He recounted bitterly selecting the wrong doctor. The outcome? Unforeseen alien alterations that stunned even his most devoted fans. Aesthetic experts warned that repeated Botox injections caused severe facial damage. His once vibrant expressions were now frozen. Today, Mickey Rourke's once charming image is a mere faded shadow of himself. It's a heartbreaking testament to an endless fight against time and past mistakes. Despite regret, he embraces his changed look. It's a raw story of battles endured, a harsh diary etched onto his skin. My face tells a story, not always a pretty one, but it's the truth. This metamorphosis was shocking. It also sparked profound sympathy for a brilliant talent, now distorted by time and the surgeon's knife. Simon Cowell. Simon Cowell, the powerful and sharp judge from iconic talent shows like The X Factor and Got Talent, stunned the world with his dramatic physical transformation in 2023. He made no secret of it. He openly admitted pursuing an extreme youthful look. It rendered him and the public almost unrecognizable. This change drew sarcastic comparisons. Many likened him to a horror movie character. It was more haunting than impressive. What's more, this transformation didn't just shock the public. It deeply affected Cowell's young son, Eric. The boy faced his father's strange new appearance. After the uproar and self-reflection, Cowell took corrective action. He had some facial fillers removed. He adopted a more subtle aesthetic approach. He also emphasized a healthier lifestyle. This was his way to redeem his excesses, though he candidly admitted overdoing it and not recognizing his face pre-2022. Cowell's surprising honesty was crucial. It helped normalize discussions about plastic surgery in men. His story serves as a stark reminder of the delicate balance. It's between self-improvement and losing oneself. This is an unending race against time and entertainment industry pressures. Scott Thompson, Carrot Top. Scott Thompson. In the vibrant world of entertainment, few could have predicted the unbelievable transformation of a comedian's face. Scott Thompson, famously known as Carrot Top. For over a decade, rumors of plastic surgery surrounded him. Carrot Top always denied them, even humorously quipping he should look even better if he'd gone under the knife. Yet, obvious and undeniable alterations in his facial structure fueled relentless public speculation. Carrot Top's eyebrows now appear unnaturally arched and sharp, creating an almost sculpted look. His once angular face has become mysteriously plump. His skin is unnaturally smooth, seemingly erasing all traces of time or natural wrinkles. Cosmetic experts suggest these changes stem from a range of procedures: brow lifts, cheek implants, fillers, even Botox or chemical peels. Carrot Top's transformation is more than surprising. It challenges traditional ideas of male masculinity, especially for a comedian needing natural expression. It signals a shift in public perception, from initial ridicule to, bafflingly, acceptance of male plastic surgery. His story is a stark reminder of the unseen pressure even non-idol stars face to maintain their image. Before we dive in, let us know where you're watching from. Drop your country in the comments below. Igor and Gritska Boggenoff. Among the most shocking tales of Hollywood's knife, French twins Igor and Gritska Boggenoff are prominent. Their physical transformation journey was bizarre, almost unbelievable. From rising stars in 1970s science fiction television, their appearances began to shift. This change was gradual, yet irreversible. It started in the early 2000s. The public could barely recognize them. The most striking feature in this metamorphosis: Their unnaturally swollen cheekbones. They seemed to defy all normal anatomy. Their chins and lips were also excessively exaggerated. This created an unbalanced, alien visage. The overuse of Botox and dermal fillers made their skin taut and waxy. It resulted in a stiff, lifeless look, as if they had just stepped from a horror sci-fi movie. The climax occurred at the 2009 Cannes Film Festival. Their significantly altered appearance drew global attention and public uproar. Fans and critics didn't hesitate. They nicknamed them aliens, a moniker both sarcastic and astonishing. Though both Igor and Gritska have passed away, their image remains an astounding and tragic story of extreme aesthetic intervention. It serves as a grim warning. It's for those blindly chasing artificial beauty, risking their very selves. Pete Burns, lead singer of the iconic band Dead or Alive, endured a plastic surgery journey that was not only tumultuous, but also rife with tears and profound suffering. It began simply a nose surgery to repair an accident injury. But this quickly became a gateway. It unleashed an endless chain of transformations. He was trapped in an aesthetic labyrinth with no escape. Pete's nose endured up to 4 surgeries. Each rendered it smaller, sharper, and narrower. It seemed utterly alien to his original facial features. Next, Pete sought cheek implants. This achieved an extremely angular look. His cheekbones protruded so much they cast shadows, a haunting, unfamiliar image. Yet the most striking and heartbreaking part of Pete Burns' transformation was his lips. After just 2 lip surgeries, they became so grotesquely swollen, they appeared ready to burst. This led to severe complications. It forced him into emergency surgery just to open his mouth without agony. In total, Pete underwent over 300 cosmetic procedures throughout his life. He completely reshaped his appearance. He became a tragic, cautionary tale of extreme surgery. It's a chilling reminder of the unforeseen costs of chasing an unrealistic ideal of perfection. Barry Manilow, a musical legend with a smooth voice and friendly demeanor, also underwent astonishing physical changes that left fans utterly bewildered. Starting in the 2000s, Barry appeared with a face many believed had undergone a series of cosmetic procedures. His skin became unnaturally taut. His eyelids were remarkably altered to an unbelievable degree. His nose grew thinner. His facial features became stiff and unnatural. At some public events, even his most loyal fans could hardly recognize him. His appearance had morphed too drastically from the familiar, beloved image they once cherished. Although Barry Manilow adamantly denied plastic surgery, his appearance clearly lost its natural essence. Many fans expressed sadness, even deep nostalgia. They watched a strange face convey emotions once so familiar through his songs. His aesthetic evolution is now an inseparable part of his public image. Yet Barry Manilow's story is also a poignant reminder of the relentless battle between time's harshness and artificial beauty. It's a struggle where sometimes victory comes at the cost of one's very identity. Michael Jackson. The plastic surgery journey of Michael Jackson, the great king of pop, rivals his legendary music career in fame. It was a path defined by an extraordinary desire for perfection and shocking physical transformations. From the adorable black boy of his Jackson 5 childhood to his final years before his 2009 passing, photographs expose profound, at times perplexing alterations to his face. Under the immense pressure of fame and a deprived youth, Jackson sought the knife as a solution. It was his way to confront deep personal issues and an obsession with his appearance. Numerous sources and aesthetic experts estimate Michael Jackson may have undergone up to 100 surgeries. These included a range of complex procedures: nose alterations, cheek implants, eyelid surgery, and chin reshaping. Dr. Wallace Goodstein, who worked with Jackson's surgeons, even disclosed a horrifying detail. At times, Jackson endured up to 12 procedures in a single session. This was a frenzied reconstruction on the operating table. Jackson's relentless devotion to his unique aesthetic vision was unprecedented. He left a monumental musical legacy, but it parallels a tumultuous and complex aesthetic journey. It's a story both astonishing and deeply regrettable. A genius paid an exorbitant price for his yearning for perfection. Sylvester Stallone. Sylvester Stallone, one of Hollywood's greatest action stars of all time, was synonymous with a powerful, brawny, masculine on-screen persona. Yet even an icon like Stallone couldn't escape the invisible, brutal pressure of staying youthful in the cutthroat entertainment industry. He underwent numerous cosmetic procedures, from facelifts to intensive skincare. What few realize is Stallone's knife journey actually began with a pressing medical necessity. He was born with partial facial paralysis. Later, a horrific accident during a 1975 film shoot necessitated reconstructive surgery for severe injuries. Although Stallone retained his signature strong look, changes to his face drew fierce public criticism. Many argued excessive intervention stripped him of his natural appearance and inherent authenticity. However, Stallone displayed astonishing courage. He openly discussed his changes. He candidly admitted plastic surgery made him feel more confident. This is crucial in an industry that idolizes image and youth. Cosmetic surgeon Cheryl Aston even described Stallone's approach as more modern, more unapologetic, and more expansive. This marked a significant shift, from hiding to openly acknowledging male aesthetic enhancements. Bruce Jenner. Bruce Jenner once stood as a shining symbol of American triumph, a great Olympic gold medalist, the very embodiment of powerful masculinity in the 1970s. Yet with time, his appearance began to shift. These changes left many fans and the public puzzled, even bewildered. His skin became unnaturally smooth, his facial features were distinctly tighter, his entire face seemed to have been completely reshaped. For fans who grew up with Bruce Jenner's image, this transformation wasn't merely physical. It was as if he had become an entirely different person, unbelievably alien. As Bruce Jenner frequently appeared on reality TV, his altered face quickly became a heated topic. It ignited much debate and speculation. However, what few realized then was that Bruce's transformation wasn't just about aesthetics or a desire to defy aging. It was an integral part of a much deeper, profoundly personal journey. In 2015, the world was stunned. Bruce publicly came out as transgender. He began living as Caitlyn Jenner. The surgeries, once misconstrued as desperate attempts to fight aging, were in fact courageous steps. They allowed him to live authentically with a long-suppressed identity. Jenner's openness, even sharing about a botched nose job on reality TV, was groundbreaking. It normalized aesthetic enhancement for men. It also sparked a deeper conversation about human identity. Nevin Siganovich. Nevin Siganovich, a renowned stylist and reality TV personality from Croatia, recently sent shockwaves through the beauty industry. He endured a bizarre and rare incident, a story that dramatically exceeds the usual boundaries of plastic surgery. He flew to a clinic in Iran for his third nose job, aiming to save costs. But something unexpected and horrifying transpired. After receiving general anesthesia, Siganovich suddenly suffered from priapism. This is a rare, excruciating condition. It was an unforeseen complication, entirely unrelated to the surgery's initial purpose. This emergency compelled him to return immediately to Belgrade for specialized medical treatment. It abruptly halted his quest for perfect beauty. Despite facing such a surprising and chilling ordeal, Nevin Siganovich remains undeterred. He steadfastly pursues his aesthetic goals. He refuses to back down from setbacks or horrifying risks. Siganovich is resolute. He intends to undergo one final surgery. He yearns to achieve his desired appearance. He craves global recognition for his unique style and look. His story is not only shocking, but also sparks profound curiosity. It illuminates the potential boundaries and hidden perils people might encounter on the path to artificial perfection. Clark Gable. Clark Gable, hailed as the king of Hollywood with his captivating, deadly charm, actually possessed a carefully constructed appearance. It concealed immense pain and sacrifice. When Gable first arrived in Hollywood in the late 1920s, MGM studio executives immediately identified two major aesthetic flaws: his protruding ears and severely damaged teeth. To sculpt him into a perfect star, Gable endured significant cosmetic procedures. This was during the industry's infancy. In 1932, he underwent an ear-pinning surgery. It was a horrifying procedure. Sutures pulled his ears closer to his head. All of this was performed without general anesthesia. The physical agony he suffered was unimaginable. Not only that, Gable had most of his teeth extracted. This was due to severe childhood dental issues and chronic gum infections. He then received dentures, a dramatic shift from his former natural smile. This process, though ultimately successful in crafting a flawless Clark Gable on screen, also exposed the extreme harshness and agony of early plastic surgery. His story is a chilling testament to the price stars paid to achieve the entertainment industry's standard beauty. Dean Martin, the king of cool, with natural charm, a silky voice, and a laid-back demeanor, actually sported a distinctive look. It was subtly refined by aesthetic experts. Born Dino Crocetti, Martin initially possessed a more prominent nose. It differed from the debonair image the public later recognized. Around 1953, he decided to refine his nose. This was a subtle yet significant alteration. It helped define the King of Cool's signature appearance. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, as Martin entered his 50s, the pressure to maintain a youthful look in entertainment prompted him to seek more cosmetic procedures. He underwent a lower facelift. This tightened his jawline and neck. He also had meticulous work done around his eyes, addressing drooping eyelids, a clear sign of aging, although Martin's procedures were subtly executed, aiming for improvement without sacrificing naturalness. A closer inspection in the 1970s revealed certain limitations in the aesthetic techniques of that era, particularly around the eyes. The knife's faint traces, though not glaring, were enough to spark curiosity and exploration into a legend's quest to preserve his looks. It's a reminder, even the most natural beauty can conceal meticulously refined secrets. Among the stars we just mentioned, whose story left the strongest impression on you? Please leave your comments below. Ray Leotta. Ray Leotta, an actor renowned for his intense and powerful roles, once boasted a natural, rugged appearance. It perfectly suited his strong, masculine image. His angular face, deep-set eyes, and captivating smile forged the brand of a true action star. However, in recent years, both loyal fans and film critics observed a distinct, troubling transformation in his face. Leotta's skin appeared unnaturally smooth and tighter. His facial features seemed frozen, losing the innate expressiveness of an actor. This sudden alteration prompted many to wonder, was cosmetic surgery behind the once familiar face of this Hollywood star? Although Ray Leotta never publicly discussed aesthetic procedures, clear indications suggest his appearance changed far beyond normal aging. Some fans expressed profound regret. They believed this transformation stripped him of the rugged, authentic charm that was his unmistakable identity. Ray Liotta's story stands as a stark testament to the harsh pressures within the entertainment industry. Here, even the most natural faces can be altered. This is driven by a fervent desire to maintain career and image. Sometimes it comes at the steep price of one's very self. Wayne Newton. Wayne Newton, often dubbed Mr. Las Vegas, was once celebrated for his smooth voice, captivating demeanor, and warm, friendly appearance. He charmed millions of hearts, yet with time his appearance underwent such a profound transformation that many of his most loyal fans barely recognized the legendary man behind the microphone. Wayne Newton's once warm, approachable face now appeared distinctly different. His skin was unnaturally taut. His facial features were sculpted to the point of stiffness. There was an almost artificial smoothness, devoid of naturalness. This dramatic change ignited a wave of curiosity and heated debate. It concerned the impact of plastic surgery on an artist once synonymous with charm. Fans couldn't help but wonder, did the price paid to maintain youth and allure in the entertainment industry eclipse the authentic image that once enthralled millions? Wayne Newton's story is a vivid illustration of the relentless pressure stars face. They battle the natural laws of time. Sometimes they sacrifice their very identity and inherent natural beauty. This ultimately leaves a profound question mark: what is the true happiness behind an artificially perfect appearance? Zac Efron. Zac Efron, the actor once an icon of youthful, captivating beauty, possessing a dazzling, radiant smile, utterly charmed millions of young women. Yet with time, both fans and media observed a significant and perplexing change in his appearance, igniting rampant speculation. The star, once boasting a scholarly, fresh-faced look, now sports unnaturally sharper cheekbones. His jawline is more defined and angular. His nose is notably different. These alterations led many to suspect Zac may have sought plastic surgery to refine his appearance, though he has never publicly confirmed it. This also left many fans pondering how much of Zac's natural, captivating look truly remained after these interventions. Growing up under the relentless spotlight from a very young age, Zac faced immense pressure. He had to maintain a perfect, flawless public image. Although he remains resolutely silent on the subject of plastic surgery, the clear changes in his facial structure serve as strong evidence. They suggest he likely underwent aesthetic procedures. Zac Efron's story is a poignant reminder of the price young stars must pay. It's in the unending race to uphold their position and image in the entertainment industry. Here, natural beauty can be supplanted by artificial perfection. Kenny Rogers. The plastic surgery journey of Kenny Rogers, the country music legend with a warm voice and approachable demeanor, stands as one of Hollywood's most openly and frankly discussed stories. Unlike many peers, Kenny Rogers courageously admitted to the procedures he underwent. His cosmetic work began in the early 1990s. He was then in his 50s. He faced drooping eyelids, affecting both his vision and appearance. This served as both an aesthetic and a medical necessity. It helped him maintain comfort while performing. However, by the late 2000s, Kenny Rogers pursued additional procedures. This time, the outcome left him looking distinctly tauter, an appearance he later expressed profound regret for. In a 2012 interview, he candidly shared, "It made me look like I was startled all day long." This was a bitter confession regarding an unintended consequence. Kenny Rogers' transparency and frankness played a crucial role. They helped reshape cultural attitudes surrounding male aesthetic enhancement. His story illuminates both the initial benefits and the limitations, even regrets, of cosmetic procedures. It fosters a more genuine dialogue about the pressure to maintain appearance in entertainment and the journey of self-acceptance over time. Bert Reynolds. Bert Reynolds, an icon of rugged charm and a healthy physique, embarked on a tumultuous plastic surgery journey as he aged, a story both regrettable and profoundly thought-provoking. His first major surgery occurred in the mid-1970s. He sustained a severe jaw fracture during a film scene. This necessitated reconstructive jaw surgery to restore both function and appearance. However, by the 1980s, Reynolds began pursuing more facial procedures. These included facelifts in 1984 and again in 1988. The results of these surgeries gradually became more apparent with time. This garnered unwanted attention and fierce public criticism. Many contended he had over-intervened. In his 2015 memoir, Reynolds expressed profound regret. He admitted most of his cosmetic work was unnecessary. It was driven by his own insecurities rather than a valid reason. Cosmetic surgeon Anthony Yun observed that Reynolds' transformation underscored the risk of continuously pursuing aesthetic procedures. It was an attempt to maintain a specific look rather than serenely accepting the natural aging process. Bert Reynolds' story is a poignant warning about the futile battle against time. Here, the fervent desire for perfect beauty can lead to the loss of one's very identity and the natural charm that was a legend's hallmark. Do you think these stars went too far with plastic surgery, yes or no? Comment yes if you think they crossed the line, or no if you understand their choices. Kirk Douglas. Kirk Douglas, the film legend celebrated for his powerful, commanding screen presence, uniquely managed his aging process. He underwent several cosmetic procedures throughout his long career, a journey pursued far more openly than many of his peers. Unlike many stars who often sought concealment, Douglas began his plastic surgery journey around 1975. He was then nearly 60 years old. He had a facelift to tighten his jawline and neck, resulting in a significantly younger appearance. What distinguished Douglas was his candidness and frankness about these procedures. In a 1988 interview, he bravely confessed, "Everyone does it, I'm just more honest than most." This was a bold declaration for its time. It helped normalize aesthetic enhancement for men. However, his later surgeries, particularly from 1980 to 2000, became more obvious and noticeable. They left him with a taut, rigid appearance, especially discernible in his final years. Although he remained public and unapologetic about his choices, Kirk Douglas's story remains a testament to the invisible yet relentless pressure stars face. It also highlights the advancements and limitations of plastic surgery over time, a struggle between aging and the fervent desire to maintain Hollywood glamour. John Travolta. John Travolta's career witnessed several spectacular reinventions. He evolved from a dancing idol who captivated the 1970s to a debonair comeback king in the 1990s. Alongside these career shifts, Travolta's appearance also underwent significant changes. These reflected both personal choices and the evolving approach of men to aesthetic enhancement. Travolta's first procedure was reportedly to address rapid hair loss around 1980. He sought hair transplant techniques that were then primitive and limited. By the 2000s, as he entered his 50s, Travolta's appearance became increasingly stylized and meticulously groomed. His hairline seemed to rely on both advanced hair systems, that is, high-quality wigs, and, for certain key appearances, cosmetic tattooing. This created a fuller, natural-looking hairline. This astonishing flexibility in image creation made him look distinctly different between public appearances. At times, it caught fans completely by surprise. John Travolta's story is a prime example of a star's need to constantly adapt and reinvent himself, even physically, to maintain allure and career in the highly competitive entertainment industry. Here, natural beauty may prove insufficient against the relentless march of time and public demands. Al Pacino. The appearance of Al Pacino, one of the greatest actors of all time, underwent a series of subtle yet noticeable transformations. These reflected a changing approach to male aesthetic enhancement in Hollywood. In the early 1990s, the first changes began to appear, especially around his hairline. This area had noticeably receded in the 1980s, but it appeared suspiciously fuller in films like Scent of a Woman, 1992, a clear sign he had intervened. Around 2000, as Pacino entered his 60s, more significant changes appeared on his face. A noticeable skin tautness around his lower face and neck was evident. This suggested he underwent procedures consistent with the conservative facelift techniques of that era. These interventions were meticulously performed. Their aim was to slow the aging process without completely distorting his face. By 2010, as Pacino entered his 70s, his approach to aesthetic enhancement seemed to have become more comprehensive and sophisticated. He maintained a recognizable version of himself, yet his appearance was somewhat stylized and retouched compared to his former natural look. Al Pacino's story demonstrates that even veteran stars confront the relentless pressure to maintain their appearance in the film industry. Here, every wrinkle, every feature can be scrutinized and judged. Robert Redford. Robert Redford, with his quintessential golden boy looks and seemingly effortless charm, became one of Hollywood's most captivating film stars during the 1970s and 80s. Yet, behind that all-American appeal lay a carefully maintained facade involving strategic aesthetic interventions spanning decades. Unlike many stars who outright deny any cosmetic work, Redford took a subtler approach, neither confirming nor denying his procedures. When asked about his youthful appearance in a 2007 interview, he offered a diplomatic reply, "I think a person has a right to do whatever they want. I have no problem with that at all." This answer masked what industry insiders and medical experts have identified as a series of subtle, carefully planned procedures. Beginning in the mid-1980s, in his late 40s, Redford reportedly underwent his first minor aesthetic enhancements, primarily focused on his lower eyelids, where significant sagging had begun to affect his signature intense gaze. Makeup artist Leonard Engelman, who worked with Redford on numerous films, later hinted at these early interventions. By the early 1990s, as he transitioned into directing, Redford appeared to have undergone more substantial work. including a conservative lower facelift that tightened his jawline while preserving his natural expressions. The hallmark of Redford's approach was its incremental nature, small, periodic tweaks rather than dramatic overhauls. Dermatologist Patricia Wexler observed that what we see in Redford is the benefit of regular, judicious intervention rather than waiting until major changes are needed. By the 2010 S, as Redford entered his 70s and then his 80s, his appearance reflected a more balanced approach, still maintaining some youthful vigor while allowing natural aging to proceed elsewhere. This is widely considered ideal for male stars, enhancements without obvious signs of intervention, allowing for a natural progression that maintains recognizable features while accepting the reality of time too. Heather Menzies-Urich. As Louisa von Trapp, the mischievous and stubborn second daughter, Heather Menzies-Urich brought humor and warmth to the von Trapp family. When she took on this role, she was 16 years old. Her natural performance highlighted Louisa's independent spirit and distinctive personality, who often teased Maria and her siblings. After the success of The Sound of Music, Heather continued her acting career, appearing in films such as Piranha, 1978, and as Jessica Six in the series Logan's Run, 1977 to 1978, showcasing her versatility across various genres. In her personal life, Heather Menzies-Urich also faced many ups and downs. She married actor Robert Urich in 1975 and had 3 children. The couple dedicated themselves to charity work, especially after Robert's death from cancer in 2002. Yet fate seemed to continue challenging Heather. She also had to face a grave illness. She was diagnosed with brain cancer. The most heartbreaking thing was that the diagnosis of this disease was made just 1 month before her death, turning her passing into a swift and deeply tragic event. Heather Menzies-Urich passed away on December 24, 2017, in Frankfurt, Ontario, Canada, at the age of 68. The legacy she left behind is not only memorable roles, but also her compassionate heart and resilience in the fight against illness. Julie Andrews. Amidst the tumultuous years of World War II, a young, enthusiastic woman emerged, bringing light and music to warm the frozen hearts of the Von Trapp family. That was Maria, portrayed by the legendary Julie Andrews. At the age of 29, Julie embodied Maria with overflowing energy, a crystal-clear voice, and unparalleled optimism, transforming this character into a symbol of boundless kindness and love. That fateful role not only brought her a prestigious Academy Award nomination, but also solidified her place in the history of musical cinema. However, Julie Andrews' life off-screen was not always filled with happy melodies. She first married Tony Walton in 1959, had a daughter named Emma, but this marriage ended in 1967. She then found new happiness with director Blake Edwards, marrying him in 1969 and adopting 2 more daughters. But the true tragedy struck in 1997 when a fateful vocal cord surgery failed, permanently robbing her of her renowned singing voice, a painful loss not only for her career, but also a piece of her soul. Nevertheless, Julie Andrews demonstrated extraordinary resilience. She transitioned to writing and voice acting, most recently in Bridgerton. By 2025, Julie Andrews will turn 90, living a peaceful life with her family, and her artistic legacy continues to shine, inspiring millions. Kim Carath. At a very young age, Kim Carath embodied Gretel, the youngest child of the Von Trapp family, and quickly captured the hearts of audiences with her innocence and sweetness. Born on August 25, 1958 in Los Angeles in 1965, when participating in the film, Kim was just 7 years old. Her moving Edelweiss lullaby scene became one of the film's most adorable moments. However, filming was not easy for young Kim, especially in the iconic boat scene. A charming yet tense behind-the-scenes detail is that Kim couldn't swim at all, so Julie Andrews herself personally held her up in the water to complete the shot safely and professionally. This is a touching testament to the support and camaraderie among the actors. After The Sound of Music, Carath appeared in a few small television shows, but then decided to leave Hollywood to focus on family life. Later, she also became involved in advocating for children and pursued a career in arts and education. Currently, at the age 66, Kim Carath still maintains a close connection with The Sound of Music, frequently appearing at fan reunions and events celebrating the film's legacy worldwide. always cherishing her beautiful memories. Christopher Plummer. Hidden beneath a stern and principled exterior, Captain Georg von Trapp was a father with deep love, his heart gradually moved by music and affection. Christopher Plummer brilliantly portrayed this role. In 1965, at the age of 36, he embodied the captain with a majestic demeanor, creating a memorable Georg von Trapp who led his family through wartime perils. What's shocking is that even though this was one of his most iconic roles, Christopher Plummer initially disliked the character, even bluntly calling the film too saccharine. A stunning truth for passionate fans of the film. His film career spanned over 7 decades, with peak performances in films like The Insider, 1999, and Knives Out, 2019. The pinnacle of his career came late in life when he won an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor in Beginners, 2010, at the age of 82, becoming the oldest person ever to receive this prestigious award. Plummer's personal life was also full of ups and downs. He went through 3 marriages, with the last and longest-lasting one being with Elaine Taylor from 1970 until his death. He had a daughter, Amanda Plummer, from his first marriage to Tammy Grimes, though he admitted he wasn't the most devoted father. The ultimate tragedy struck when he passed away on February 5, 2021, at his home in Western Connecticut, at the age of 91, the cause being complications from a fall leading to a head injury. Charmian Carr. As Liesl von Trapp, the dreamy eldest daughter of the von Trapp family, Charmian Carr completely captured the hearts of audiences with her enchanting dance in the classic 16 Going on 17. Born on December 27, 1942 in Chicago, Illinois, she was 23 years old when she portrayed this role. Her grace and sweet voice transformed Liesl into the embodiment of youthful aspirations, innocent first affections. Few know that during the filming, Charmian Carr faced a significant challenge. She injured her ankle during the gazebo dance scene, but resiliently completed the shot like a true professional. This detail shows the extraordinary dedication and resolve of the young actress. After The Sound of Music, Charmian participated in only a few small projects, notably Evening Primrose, 1966, before deciding to leave Hollywood to focus on a career in writing and interior design. Her personal life also reflected the harsh reality of many Hollywood stars. She married Jay Brent in 1967 and had 2 children, but this marriage ended in 1991. Afterwards, she lived a quiet life, running a successful interior design business. However, a health tragedy struck. She struggled with depression and was eventually diagnosed with dementia, specifically frontotemporal dementia, a devastating disease that robbed her of her memory and cognitive abilities. Despite facing illness, Charmian maintained a close connection with fans and often fondly shared memories of the film. She passed away on September 17, 2016 in Los Angeles, California, at the age of 73. Her portrayal of Liesl remains a cherished part of this classic work. Have you ever watched The Sound of Music? Comment yes if you have or no if you haven't. Let us know below. Debbie Turner. As Martha von Trapp, the sweet and affectionate 4th daughter, Debbie Turner brought innocence and pure joy to the von Trapp family. Born on September 5, 1956 in Pasadena, California, when she took on the role, Debbie was only 9 years old. Her natural and emotional performance transformed Martha into an essential and indispensable part of the child cast, making audiences adore her. After the resounding success of The Sound of Music, instead of continuing her acting career, Debbie Turner chose a different path, focusing on her personal interests and passions. Debbie Turner's life later took a completely new and creative turn. She married Rick York and raised 4 children, building a happy home. Additionally, she built a highly successful floral and event design business called Debbie Turner Originals. This is where she could fully express her artistic passion and endless creativity in design work, creating unique and beautiful pieces. An interesting detail about Debbie is that she occasionally still appears at The Sound of Music cast reunions and conventions, showing her deep connection and affection for her cinematic family. Ben Wright. Ben Wright embodied Herr Zeller, the stern Nazi officer who brought tension and conflict to the story. His sharp performance highlighted the stark contrast between his character and the peace-loving Von Trapp family, authentically demonstrating the threat from the fascist side. Similar to his stable and enduring career, Ben Wright's personal life was also quiet and private. He married Muriel Wright and had 2 children, building a happy small family. In his final years, Ben Wright struggled with heart problems. This illness significantly affected his health. He passed away on July 2, 1989, in Burbank, California, at the age of 74 after heart surgery. Although the role of Herr Zeller was an unpleasant character, Ben Wright's talent contributed to the depth and drama of The Sound of Music, leaving a strong impression on audiences. Nicholas Hammond. Nicholas Hammond, born on May 15, 1950 in Washington, D.C., portrayed a tall, mischievous, yet very affectionate Friedrich von Trapp. At that time, Nicholas was only 15 years old. His performance fully captured Friedrich's youthful energy and adventurous spirit, contributing to the special charm of the talented child cast. After The Sound of Music, Nicholas continued to be widely known for his role as Peter Parker in the Amazing Spider-Man series 1977 to 1979, becoming one of the first on-screen versions of Spider-Man. He also appeared in Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, 2001. Beyond acting, Nicholas also achieved success as a talented screenwriter and director. Nicholas Hammond's life journey outside the spotlight was generally relatively stable and quiet. He married Laura Dolman in 1980, though they later divorced and had no children together. Currently at the age of 75, Nicholas continues to pursue his passion for art and occasionally participates in events related to The Sound of Music, preserving the beautiful memories of his childhood. Angela Cartwright. Angela Cartwright, born on September 9, 1952 in Altrincham, Cheshire, England, brought to audiences a perceptive and witty Brigitte von Trapp. Brigitte was known for her sharp yet lovable remarks, often highlighting intelligent observations about the world around her. Angela's natural grace truly brought Brigitte's unique personality to life, making her a bright spot in the child cast. Before this role, Angela had gained fame very early in the series Make Room for Daddy, 1957 to 1964, and later solidified her position in Hollywood as Penny Robinson in Lost in Space, 1965 to 1968, demonstrating her versatile acting ability. Unlike many other Hollywood stars who often face personal life struggles, Angela Cartwright found peace and fulfillment in her family life. She married Steve Golian in 1976 and they had 2 children. Over the years, Angela shifted her passion to photography and writing, continuously nurturing her artistic soul through new means of expression. Currently, at the age 73, she continues her creative and fulfilling life, frequently staying in touch with fans through her artistic projects, showing an unending journey of a true artist. Dwayne Chase. Dwayne Chase embodied Kurt Von Trapp, the cheerful and kind third son of the Von Trapp family. At that time, Dwayne was 15 years old. He is best remembered by audiences for his clear singing voice in the emotional So Long Farewell, a lovely and unforgettable moment. This performance was a notable highlight in Dwayne's relatively short acting career. After the success of The Sound of Music, Dwayne had only a few small appearances, including in the Big Valley series, 1966, before making a surprising decision, leaving glamorous Hollywood to pursue a completely different career in science. Leaving the spotlight, Dwayne Chase chose a quiet and private life, focusing on his passion for academia and research. He married Mary Chase and achieved significant success in geology and environmental studies. A highlight in his journey is that he earned advanced degrees in this field, demonstrating his commitment and superior talent beyond acting. Currently, at the age of 75, Dwayne Chase enjoys a peaceful life with his family, completely away from public attention, a meaningful and distinct life choice. Eleanor Parker. Eleanor Parker, born on June 26, 1922 in Cedarville, Ohio, took on the role of Baroness Elsa Schrader in The Sound of Music in 1965, an elegant, ambitious woman who vied for Captain Von Trapp's affections. Eleanor's composed and profound performance highlighted the complexity of Elsa's character, a person not entirely evil, but simply seeking happiness in her own way. However, Eleanor Parker's personal life was fraught with many ups and downs and turbulences. She went through 4 marriages and had 4 children, with her last marriage to Raymond Hirsch lasting from 1966 until her death. In her final years, Eleanor faced serious health issues, including pneumonia. This illness afflicted her in her last years. Eleanor Parker passed away on December 9, 2013, in Palm Springs, California, at the age of 91. Although her character, the Baroness, was not the hero of the film, Eleanor's portrayal created a deep, memorable antagonist who contributed significantly to the film's success. Richard Haydn. Richard Haydn, born on March 10, 1905 in London, England, embodied Max Detweiler, the witty and lively friend of the Von Trapp family, always eager to showcase their musical talents. In 1965, when he took on this role, he was 60 years old. His sharp humor and natural charm transformed Max into a standout character, bringing relaxing moments and refreshing laughter to the film. In his personal life, Richard Haydn lived quite discreetly and privately. He never married, had no children, and chose a quiet, independent life away from the hustle and bustle of Hollywood. His health declined in his final years, and he passed away on April 25, 1985 in Los Angeles, California at the age of 80. The cause of death was determined to be a heart attack. Although the role of Max Detweiler was not central, Richard Haydn's presence created a charismatic supporting character, leaving an indelible mark on viewers. Peggy Wood. Peggy Wood, born on February 9, 1892 in Brooklyn, New York, embodied Mother Abbess with a wise, compassionate, and empathetic beauty. When she took on this role, she was 73 years old. Her performance of Climb Every Mountain became an icon, a great source of inspiration, encouraging Maria to follow her heart's calling. In addition to this classic role, Peggy was also widely known for the film I Remember Mama, 1948, a work that brought her a prestigious Academy Award nomination. She also had an illustrious stage career spanning from the early 20th century, proving her talent and enduring dedication to art. Surprisingly, Peggy Wood's personal life was much quieter than her brilliant career. She married John V.A. Weaver in 1920 and had a son, but she became a widow in 1938 and never remarried. She lived a private and discreet life in her final years. Peggy Wood passed away on March 18, 1978, in Stamford, Connecticut, at the age of 86. However, the cause of her death is a point of curiosity and contradiction among sources. Some sources assert she died from a stroke, while others suggest the cause of death was not publicly detailed and was likely due to old age. This inconsistency leaves audiences wondering what the final truth about the passing of a legend truly is. Regardless, her portrayal of Mother Abbess remains an enduring symbol of wisdom and compassion in the hearts of fans. Do you still remember Mother Abbess or any cast member from The Sound of Music? Type yes if you do, or no if you don't. Comment below. Doris Lloyd. Doris Lloyd, a veteran actress, played a party guest in the film The Sound of Music in 1965. Some sources refer to her as Baroness Eberfeld or Baroness Ifal, a noblewoman subtly expressing her opposition to the Nazi presence in Vienna. With a prolific acting career spanning over 4 decades, Doris Lloyd appeared in countless films, showcasing her versatility and ability to transform across various genres. Notably, she appeared in classics such as The Time Machine and Alice in Wonderland, where she voiced the Rose character, lending her distinctive voice to the animated character. Although her role in The Sound of Music was relatively small, her extensive body of work and persistent dedication left a lasting impact on the history of classic Hollywood cinema. She was one of the familiar faces of the big screen at the time, always excelling even in the smallest roles. Doris Lloyd passed away on May 21, 1968 at the age of 71, due to natural causes. Montego Grady. Montego Grady took on the role of a party guest in The Sound of Music in 1965. He was a former child actor, having appeared in many silent films from the early days of cinema, and later continued his career as a background actor, contributing significantly to creating vivid settings for cinematic works. In 1965, when he appeared in The Sound of Music, he was 54 years old. Although his role in this film was a minor supporting role, Montego Grady's presence with his long acting experience added depth and authenticity to the film's scenes, especially in the large gatherings of the Von Trapp family. He was part of Hollywood's golden generation, those who dedicated their lives to art, even if they weren't always in the spotlight. His life and career are a testament to perseverance and love for the profession. Montego Grady passed away on March 8, 2000, at the age of 84 in Los Angeles, California, USA, due to natural causes. Porsche Nelson. Porsche Nelson took on the role of Sister Bertha when she was 45 years old. Sister Bertha was a strict but ultimately kind nun who brought a touch of gentle humor to Maria's journey while she was in the convent. Although not a main role, Portia's performance added depth and authenticity to the convent scenes, making her character both formidable and endearing, demonstrating the internal complexity of those in religious orders. Similar to her diverse career, Portia's personal life was very independent. She never married or had children, instead fully dedicating herself to her artistic passions, living her career to the fullest. Even while struggling with laryngeal cancer in her final years, a great tragedy for a singer and actress, she remained active and dedicated, leaving a legacy of unwavering resilience and creativity. Porsche Nelson passed away on March 6, 2001 in New York City, New York at the age of 80. Manne Nixon. Manne Nixon, born on February 22, 1930, in Altadena, California, embodied Sister Sophia in The Sound of Music in 1965. Sister Sophia was a warm and gentle nun who often appeared in the film's group singing scenes, contributing to the serene and harmonious atmosphere at the Abbey. Although her on-screen role in The Sound of Music was quite modest, Manne Nixon was no stranger to musical greatness. Beyond her peak yet silent career, her personal life was also full of triumphs and challenges. She married 3 times and had 3 children, experiencing the ups and downs of both family and career. Her last marriage to Albert Bloch lasted until her death. In her final years, Manne Nixon bravely battled breast cancer, yet she never stopped, actively participating in the music community, teaching and performing. She passed away on July 24, 2016 in New York City, New York, at the age of 86. Manne Nixon's legacy is not only her uncredited roles, but also her immortal voice, living on in the hearts of music lovers. Norma Varden. Norma Varden, born on January 20, 1898 in London, England, portrayed Frau Schmidt in The Sound of Music in 1965. With her sharp yet deeply caring demeanor, her character subtly enriched the film's dynamics, providing both discipline and necessary warmth for a large family like the Von Trapps. Although her screen time was limited, Norma's performance left a memorable impression, enhancing the harmony and authenticity of the cast in the film. In addition to this beloved role, Norma Varden had a career spanning decades, appearing in numerous films and television shows. She was particularly recognized for her performances in Witness for the Prosecution, 1957, and Strangers on a Train, 1951, demonstrating her excellent adaptability to various genres and characters. Off-screen, Norma Varden lived a quiet and humble life away from the dazzling spotlight of Hollywood. She married George B. Wright, and although they had no children, after becoming a widow, she continued to live a private, simple life. She passed away on January 19, 1989 in Santa Barbara, California, just one day before her 91st birthday. The cause of death was determined to be heart failure. Although it was a supporting role, Norma Varden's presence contributed significantly to building the vivid and authentic world of The Sound of Music. Daniel Truhitt. Daniel Truhitt, born on September 10, 1943 in Sacramento, California, embodied Rolf, the charming young delivery boy who initially became Liesel's love interest in The Sound of Music in 1965. At that time, he was 22 years old, his performance in just 16. Going on 17 Inches remains one of the film's most memorable moments, capturing both innocent youthful romance and the film's underlying tension as the political backdrop began to complicate. However, Daniel's character took a tragic and shocking turn. He allied with the Nazis and ultimately betrayed the Von Trapp family, turning the initial pure love into a bitter outcome. After the film, Daniel did not continue a major film acting career. Instead, he pursued a path in music and theatre, working as a singer, actor, and vocal coach, transmitting his passion for art to the next generation. His life journey is a testament to choosing a distinct path. Currently, at the age of 81, as of 2025, Daniel Truhitt remains active in music and frequently participates in the Sound of Music fan events, always willing to share about his iconic role. Anna Lee. Anna Lee, born on January 2, 1913 in Iffley, England, embodied Sister Margareta. At that time, she was 52 years old. Sister Margareta was a kind and supportive nun who deeply sympathized with Maria's situation and always stood by her. She is considered one of Maria's greatest allies at the Abbey, providing warmth and comfort in Maria's greatest times of need. With an acting career spanning over 7 decades, Anna Lee was a beloved actress in both film and television, leaving behind a vast legacy of roles. Known for her on-screen grace and warmth, her portrayal of Sister Margareta added a gentle and humorous touch to the story, making her a cherished part of the film's legacy. However, her life also faced physical tragedy. She had to use a wheelchair for many years due to injuries from a serious car accident that occurred in 1981. Despite physical difficulties, Anna Lee continued to live and dedicate herself to art until the end of her life. She passed away on May 14, 2004, at the age of 91, the cause being pneumonia. If you enjoyed this video, comment on your country below. It's great to see our international community growing. Thanks for your support. Gilchrist Stewart. Gilchrist Stewart as Baron Elberfeld in The Sound of Music in 1965. Although his role did not have many lines or significant screen time, this character played an important part in showing the film's tense political backdrop. He was a nobleman subtly resisting the Nazi occupation. When he took on this role, Gilchrist Stewart was 54 years old. Despite being a small role in the film, he had a stable and enduring career in both film and television, often cast in roles representing power or nobility, thanks to his characteristic demeanor and voice. His brief yet impactful presence in the story added to the tension of the political backdrop, making him a notable, albeit silent, part of the film's supporting cast. He effectively portrayed the subtle resistance of the Austrian aristocracy against the expansion of Nazi Germany. Gilchrist Stewart passed away on June 26, 1977, at the age of 66. Although not a prominent star, his persistent career as a supporting actor contributed to the richness of Hollywood cinema for decades. Frank Baker. Frank Baker, an English actor, played a party guest at the elegant Von Trapp family gathering in The Sound of Music in 1965. In 1965, when he appeared in the film, he was 73 years old. He was known for his roles in Hollywood westerns and other small supporting roles, often bringing authenticity and uniqueness to his characters. Frank Baker's elegant demeanor and extensive acting experience, even in a guest role, helped make the Von Trapp family party scene more vibrant and authentic than ever. He was one of the familiar faces of cinema at the time, always performing his role professionally. His career, though not dazzling, was incredibly persistent and diverse. Frank Baker passed away on December 30, 1980, at the age of 88, in Woodland Hills, California, USA, due to natural causes. Leota Richards took on the role of a party guest at the large Von Trapp family gathering in The Sound of Music in 1965. When she appeared in the film, Leota Richards was 49 years old. Although her roles were often small, little-mentioned supporting roles, her presence played an important part in building the setting and atmosphere for many films. In The Sound of Music, she was one of the faces that created the lavishness and splendor of the party, helping audiences better visualize the life of the Austrian aristocracy before the war struck. She was an indispensable part of the film crew, those silent contributors who helped create the success of a great work. Leota Richards lived a long life and witnessed many changes in cinema. She passed away on February 7, 1998, at the age of 90 in Los Angeles, California, USA, due to natural causes. From Mickey Rourke's battered face to the Boggenoff twins' alien visages, each story reveals the high price of fame and the scars it leaves behind. In chasing beauty, some stars found redemption, others lost everything. Their faces became battlegrounds of insecurity, public pressure, and the relentless Hollywood machine. So now we ask you, which celebrity transformation shocked you the most? Do you sympathize, or do you think they went too far? Drop a comment below, like this video, and hit subscribe. Your voice matters, and your reaction might just be the next story we tell.